LA Galaxy and LAFC supporters have something in common. They both think their front offices are tearing their team to shreds. Tony Gonsolin has avoided arbitration. He's staying with the Dodgers. And today is National Signing Day with USC in hot pursuit of two top 100 recruit talents. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. It is February 1st, 2023. Surprisingly interesting day for LA. I'm looking forward to talking with you about it. And if you like the content that we put out about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment. That's why I put this thing together in the first place. Before we go through today's news and notes, quick look at the scoreboard. The Lakers needed overtime, but they knocked out the Knicks 129-123. Pretty damn good night for LeBron James. He notches a triple-double, scores 28 points, and he is now fourth on the all-time assist list, passing Steve Nash. He had 11 assists last night. Anthony Davis added 27. Meanwhile, the Clippers, they took out Chicago 108-103. Kawhi Leonard scored 33 points. Adrian Kempe scores twice for the Kings, but they collapsed in the third period. Carolina, they defeated them 5-4 in overtime. Meanwhile, today, nothing. No games involving LA teams. So, I don't know how often you guys sit back in front of a roaring fireplace with a good book and something just goes poof, like a revelation. You feel like your mind is blown. And I must say, for me, with the European transfer window closing yesterday and how that impacts MLS, I found just one poof, just divine revelation right after another. And if you don't mind, I try to keep it fair. I am a Galaxy supporter, but I try to keep things down the middle with Galaxy and LAFC. I do want to start with the LA Galaxy because the first revelation I had was this. Yesterday afternoon, I sat there dumbfounded, wondering if FC Barcelona fans despise their front office as much as LA Galaxy fans do to Chris Klein. I really do. Like over in Spain, they're just blowing up Spanish Twitter, right? Oh, Juan, they give the Americans Ricky Puig. Now they can't get the paperwork right to FIFA on time. Hashtag Laporta out. Seriously, that's what the first revelation that came. See, here's what happened yesterday between Barcelona and LA Galaxy. There was a deal in place at the deadline. The Galaxy were going to get $4 million in order to send a right back, Julian Araujo, to Spain. But the paperwork was late by 1 minute. Okay, guys, who didn't hit send on the fax machine? Kind of need to know this. Now, there is a report out there that claims that it was Barca's fault, that they were the ones who were a minute late getting the paperwork into FIFA. But do we really know? Do we really know? You see, this is one of the problems that arises when a club like LA Galaxy has a major official suspended in a cheating scandal. Chris Klein. You could claim Chris Klein has nothing to do with soccer transactions in his suspension, but that he can oversee the financial issues. If you say that, it's absurd on its face. How do transfer deals not involve money? Theoretically, Chris Klein is supposedly not supposed to get involved, but can get involved. So do we really know that it's Barcelona's fault? Now, there is going to be a final decision being made on the transfer today through FIFA. Frankly, I don't know who to blame for this fiasco. I really don't, because both teams were highly motivated to get this transfer completed, and both front offices have questionable competency. Type in FC Barcelona controversies and you're going to get dozens of problems that have arisen with one of the world's premier football clubs. There's something called Barca-gate, for example. So yeah, it's not just LA Galaxy which doesn't know what the hell it's doing, it's Barcelona. Now, I will admit that a lot of Galaxy supporters are not keen on the move. They see the 21-year-old Mexican international as a potential star, but MLS, let's be real, MLS teams sell 21-year-old potential superstars, and that's what they had there with Araujo. Now, the backup is Kelvin Leerdam, and honestly, if I'm going to be real with you guys, I don't think losing Araujo is the biggest deal, because the Galaxy have a bigger problem with their wingers right now. Perhaps I should be privately thrilled that Efrain Alvarez is still on the roster. That's just me thinking out loud. Meanwhile, LAFC supporters would normally be cackling their best Kamala Harris cackle over the problems that are going on with the Galaxy front office. But LAFC fans are pulling out fistfuls of hair because their team sold their leading goal scorer to a team in Mexico. Colombian striker Christian Arango is on his way to Pachuca. Now, Arango being sent south of the border would admittedly be a hit. It would, to the MLS Cup winners. He scored 30 goals in 51 games for LAFC, and the LA Times thinks that LAFC may not be able to replicate his offensive production and simultaneously stay under MLS salary cap. So they're pissed. Now, I'll be real there too. I'm not sure I agree that LAFC supporters should be upset yet. We haven't seen a full year of Dennis Bouanga. We haven't seen a full year of Kwadwo Opoku in a starting lineup. Moreover, we were told that Bouanga is extremely versatile. So in a 4-3-3, does he have to play wing with the upper three? If he is that versatile, could he be in the middle? But I must say, again, one revelation after another, because the LAFC transaction warms my heart and troubles me in another. It troubles me because MLS keeps saying to its fans, guys, we are right there. We are right on par with Liga MX. Matter of fact, not only are we on par with Liga MX, man, you can just start counting down the days until people will go, whoa, I can't tell the difference between MLS and Premier League. What a game they have going on in America. If that's the case, what the hell are we doing selling top strikers to Mexico? Can you answer that for me? Mexico poached one of the league's top strikers, and MLS is trying to tell you that we are on par with Liga MX. On the other hand, I have to tell you, I find it heartwarming that after all the complaining, see, I went to the first El Tráfico, right? And I ran into some LAFC supporters. We talked crap about each other. We clanked beers. We had a laugh. We moved on with our lives. Some people take El Tráfico super duper seriously. And it warms my heart to know that for all the complaining LAFC fans have about LAFC, for all the complaining LAFC fans have about LA Galaxy, they both have a common enemy: their own front offices. That keeps me warm at night. It really does. By the way, one other note about LAFC. I realize that people love seeing goal scorers and losing one stings, but that threadbare midfield is much more of a concern. If I were an LAFC supporter, I would be thrilled that Jose Cifuentes is still on that roster. Just saying. Tony Gonsolin avoids arbitration with the LA Dodgers. He agrees to a 2-year deal worth a little more than $6.6 million. He finished last season 16-1. You just couldn't beat the guy last year until his forearm tapped out. Had he not missed more than a month of the season, his ERA and his opponent's batting average, second best in the league. Former LA outfielder Gary Sheffield has one more shot with the Scribes to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and he is lobbying for votes a year ahead of time because he knows what era he played in, the era of injecting chemicals into your ass. He admitted to Sports Illustrated that he did inject steroids while working out with Barry Bonds in 2022. Now, during his career, he was one of the scariest hitters in the game. And his career lasted 22 years, so he scared the hell out of a lot of people. Look, the numbers are impressive. 509 home runs, 5 Silver Sluggers, 9-time All-Star. To qualify, 75% of the scribes next year will have to give Sheffield a thumbs up. He was at 55% on the 9th ballot. The Athletic has graded the Dodgers offseason as a C-. You're not stupid. You can figure out why. You know who LA let go during the offseason. But they also concede that the front office should get the benefit of the doubt and wait to see if the incoming prospects can step up. I think that's fair. Today is National Signing Day in college football. Now the Trojans, depending on which ranking you trust, they are hovering around 13th or 14th in the nation in terms of class rankings. They are still in the running for a bevy of highly regarded prospects. One said he wanted to go to SC and then he wavered. Maybe he's going to go to Oregon. Apparently he will be signing with Heritage Hall today. According to Sports Illustrated, the Trojans will pick up wide receiver Jacoby Lane of Red Mountain High School in Arizona. He is 6'4". That would immediately make him the tallest receiver on the Trojans roster. USC is also in the running for top tight end Deuce Robinson and defensive back Roderick Pleasant. Both of them are in ESPN's top 100 rankings. UCLA, just so you know, they are also in the running for Pleasant. I ask all of these prospects, though, I got to be real, because I realize this is one of those things where it's an alleged big day where you're going to go to school, where you're going to skip class on your way to hopefully get into the NFL, or if not, maybe the XFL. Stop the press conferences. Please. Just stop putting up the little card table in your living room. Stop putting 4 baseball caps on the table. Stop faking everyone out by grabbing the Auburn cap and then throwing it away and then putting on the USC cap. It's played out. It's whack. It's tired. It's not cool. It's pathetic. Somebody in your immediate family needs to stop counting the dollars that they are going to embezzle from you when you get to the NFL and tell you what it is to be a respectable man. A respectable man does not go out of his way to diss one school with a stupid baseball cap from Lids and then grab the other. It's weak. Just say, hey, they offered me. I'm taking it. I can't wait to get to work. Simple as that. Be a man. The Clippers' John Wall has missed his 10th consecutive game Tuesday with an abdominal strain. Ty Lue said he still doesn't have a timetable for Wall's return. Lakers center Thomas Bryant did not start in New York, and that's noteworthy because it ends a streak of 23 consecutive starts for the Lakers. He started in place of Anthony Davis. During that time, Bryant was very productive. He averaged 14.4 points, 8.6 rebounds. So he did make an impact while he had the chance. Yesterday, 2 NFL teams filled coaching vacancies. The Denver vacancy went to Sean Payton, which before they said we're going to hire Payton, Raheem Morris was notified that he wasn't under consideration anymore. I doubt Morris cared. I really do. I think he's waiting to hear from Indianapolis, obviously. Houston, meanwhile, signed coach DeMeco Ryans from the 49ers. That means Rams assistant coach Thomas Brown did not get the job. The question then is, does he still have a job in LA? They are still mopping up the blood that Sean McVay left behind when he purged the coaching room last month. Finally, today marks the beginning of WNBA free agency, and I have no idea what the Sparks will be doing. I have a life despite this channel. I don't follow the WNBA that close. I don't know. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Let me know what you think about LAFC or LA Galaxy. Whose front office sucks more? Let me know what you think about National Signing Day with the Trojans or Tony Gonsolin staying with the Dodgers. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We talk LA sports every single day. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.